Hey everybody, welcome back to Through the Cowl. I'm Clinton,
And I'm Debbie.
and here we are with another episode. But today's a special episode.
Ooh.
Today is Debbie's birthday.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Even though I worked it, it
Yeah,
is still my birthday.
so please, in the comments, wish her a happy birthday. She is 24 today.
I'm not even the reverse of that. That's so sad.
No, she's 24. Anyone say anything
I have
different?
nothing said about it. Oh, that's funny.
But happy birthday. Another well-deserved year. Hopefully this one does bring you a lot of joy, happiness, good health.
Thank you.
And
It's supposed to be like a crazy turning point for Aries, like
yeah,
from the solar eclipse,
yeah.
for like the next month or so. It's supposed to
Okay.
be like brand new beginnings, like loads of change, and then we were like, good change, bad change, and they were
Yeah.
like, all good.
Well, hopefully it's all
No,
good.
I haven't noticed it yet, but there's still time.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to jump into top three. So this week's top three was given to me by one of my clients, who's actually an actress herself, a British
Oh,
actress.
are we allowed to shout her out, or
Yeah,
is
we
she?
can. Her name's Louise Delamere. She's been in a few different British projects and movies. She's also like a writer, producer, and she tries to direct.
Nice?
Um, she's been in Holby before
Oh yeah.
when Holby was big, and she used to be in a program back in sort of like the mid 2000s where she was like one of the main characters in a show called No Angels on Channel 4.
Hmm.
And she is actually married to an actor.
Oh, keeping it
And
in the fam.
yeah, his name is Stephen Mannion.
Oh.
If you Google him, you'll probably know who he is. You've probably seen him on like TV a few times
Mm.
and in different movies. So shout out to Louise and Steve. But today they gave me, for this week, they gave me um, Will Ferrell.
Oh, nice. Is
So
there anybody that doesn't like Will Ferrell?
I don't know. The thing is about Will Ferrell,
Anyone?
he is quite. I do find with a lot of people, he is kind of like chalk and cheese. Like
Mm,
some people think he's hilarious, i.e., me and you,
and me.
and some people just don't find him that funny.
Oh, I
I
guess
think,
each to their own.
I know,
I
yeah,
always think he's not offensive though, is he? Like I guess if people don't like silly comedy,
yeah,
then it's not for them. Um,
yeah. So he's like sometimes people say he's a bit over the top, but then when you're like a comedy actor, like how can you not be sort of sometimes?
yeah. I was like Jim Carrey, people didn't like the fact that he seemed very animated, and I'm like, but that's exactly why he's funny.
Yeah, but not everything's gonna work, but some things, when he has the right character, they just hit like spot on.
Yeah. I was
So,
gonna give something away then for my top three, but I'm
oh
like,
yeah.
I
So can we just throw a caveat out there? I don't know if you're going to agree with this, but I think the movie Elf
hmm
needs to can't be judged. I think
no.
that needs to be like when we put Die Hard and
Yeah.
say like Indiana Jones and stuff like that. They're just films that are just staples of life that transcend being in like top threes and top tens. They're just like
Yeah. In the golden box category, we'll
yeah,
put it.
super movies.
Yeah.
Just where I'm like, or I just put something like Home Alone, super movie, like part of life.
I really hope you get to meet Macaulay Culkin one day. Just randomly.
Yeah, and he hits me in the head with a paint can.
Yeah. Like, dude, have you listened to my podcast?
Yeah,
I'm meeting you a few times.
yeah. And I've said that you created part of my childhood, and that literally every Christmas I've had since 1994,
Yeah.
pretty much. So
Yeah.
that's a big deal. If you watch a film that many times in your life, like that many Christmases.
How many other people watch it as well? It's like
Yeah,
a crazily good movie
yeah,
for even adults to want to keep watching it as well as
yeah.
children.
It's just and it was one and two, which were just fantastic. But anyway, Macaulay Culkin,
Sorry, yeah, Will Ferrell, Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, Will Ferrell. All right. So, do you want to go first?
Yes.
All right. Let's see. What's your number three?
So my number three is going to be Daddy's Home.
One or two?
Sequels are allowed to be one, aren't they?
Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
I actually kind of like them both the same. So
Yeah.
I just went with the overall. But yeah, again, silly, funny, lovely.
Yeah. Him and what's his name? Mark Wahlberg seem to
Yeah.
have such a good chemistry.
And I love Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Like, I love him. Yeah, great timing. You're right. There's just something about them, and I don't know why it works so well. But it
Yeah,
does.
because obviously Mark Wahlberg's so like tough and like just like like I won't say gritty, but he has reasonably good like
Measured, isn't he? I
yeah,
think like yeah, depending on the character he's playing, obviously.
yeah,
But yeah, it definitely works between the two.
yeah. So I definitely Daddy's Home is up there. It's a good film. I don't know if I put well, that's your top three. I don't know if that one didn't make
You're
me.
like, it's not mine.
Yeah. For me, my number three, all right, I'm sure you've seen this, is Old School. It's kind of like one of the first
Oh,
ones where he sort of like Will Ferrell sort of burst on the scene, I think, for me. And that's the one where they had Luke Wilson was in it, Vince Vaughn, um, who else was in there? A few other actors, but like, I mean, you have seen Old School, haven't you?
yes, yeah.
Yeah. So when they like make up their own frat house and try to like relive their past, and then it's just like,
It was in my list below my top three.
oh yeah. When they get crazy, like this part when he's like running through the street, or when they have to do the exam to stay in the university, and then like he just turns out to be this like Einstein.
Got to throw a curveball in there.
Yeah, yeah. So I think for me, number three would be Old School.
Nice.
All right,
Okay.
back
So
to you.
my number two
Yeah.
is Blades of Glory.
You know what? That would be a lot of people's number one. So sometimes people
Okay.
they absolutely love Blades of Glory.
That's so funny. So funny. And it's
Yeah.
got is it Amy Poehler? Who's
Oh yeah, Amy Poehler, yeah, yeah.
yeah. And I love her anyway. But
Yeah, again, the chemistry with her and Will is fantastic.
and it was just I love that he doesn't care, it was different, it was silly. Oh my God, when he's got out from where he was and he's trying to get there so they don't get disqualified. Every time I watch it, I'm still like, he's not gonna make it. Oh, so funny.
And the outfits as well. Oh my God.
Yeah, really good fun.
Yeah. All right. My number two. Now, again, like I said, him and Wahlberg have this chemistry. And for me, number two is called The Other Guys.
Oh yeah, that was my number five. So
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
For me, that one is hilarious. Especially like there's like two scenes in there which absolutely crack me up. There's one where him and his wife are like he's had to go like sort of undercover or hide, and they've got this old lady doing like sort of Chinese whispers between them, and like they're getting really having like really like sexual talks, and she's having to go back and forth saying what the wife said and what he said, and you just see this old lady's innocent face, just like, oh my God, I can't believe that just came out of her mouth.
Oh, it's good.
And then
Silly action as well.
and there's the scene, there's one scene especially where they're at a funeral and they start having a fight. Mark Wahlberg's character starts having a fight, but they all have to be completely silent and respectful. So everyone's like surrounding them, and they're rolling around the floor like fighting each other.
Oh,
Yeah, and again, like sort of like Michael Keaton's in it. So, and obviously, Michael Keaton has that sort of comedic genius where he can be so straight-faced and serious,
Yeah.
but saying the most funny crap. Like, you know, it's cracked me up. Yeah,
Oh, good. Oh, we haven't matched yet.
yeah, not yet. And you haven't like taken my number one as number three. So that's you know, that's a
Yeah,
first.
yeah, that's better. Will my number one be your number one though?
Okay, let's see. I think I know what you've got, but we'll see.
Okay. For me, that is because we remove well, because we were removing Elf from the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah,
my number one has to be
yeah.
Anchorman.
Oh,
Has to be.
okay, I get it. I thought you were gonna say something else, but Anchorman is
Oh,
definitely up there.
okay, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely love. I mean, there's so many other hilarious famous people in there, right? Like
Yeah,
fantastic cast.
yeah.
Absolutely
So many
fantastic.
cameos. How they got so many people just turn up.
Oh, I love the crew themselves. I love
Yeah.
Christina Applegate. Like, oh, the awkwardness, like
Yeah.
how unaware he is, like so delusional.
When he's
Oh
standing
my
there with a
God.
boner, it's like, ooh.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
No, that's a good shout. I actually thought you were going to say Step Brothers.
That was my number six.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so definitely there.
So yeah, that one definitely deserves an honorable mention because that one wasn't my number one.
Oh my God, what's your one? I've only got
So
one more left. I picked six.
yeah.
I've got one more left on that six. I wonder if it's your number one.
Okay. My number one, I think a lot of people, I don't know, I think this one would have been like, I don't know how many people would have really enjoyed this one, but for me, I just, it cracked me up beyond belief. And it's a film called House.
Oh,
So House is where him and Amy Poehler, she plays his wife,
love her.
and they have a daughter who, you know, they they were hoping that she would win the town's sort of scholarship
Yeah.
of the college, but the corrupt mayor ends up like using the money to like build some like wants him to build some random crap. So they have to come up with like $500,000 dollars to send her to school.
Oh.
So they've got this friend who lives next door who's just like who's played by what's his name? The guy's name is John Mant. He's like the guy
Okay.
with like the really fuzzy hair, and he like talks them into setting up a casino in their house.
Oh my God, I might have seen this, you know.
Yeah,
I have seen it.
yeah. So they
It
set up.
was really good.
Yeah,
Oh, it took me ages to work out. Sorry, yes.
yeah. So they set up the casino in their house, and like they just have like crazy antics where
They get really good at it as well,
yeah,
don't they?
yeah,
Yeah.
where everyone in the neighborhood is like sneaking into the house to do stuff. Crazy parties, drugs, all sorts of madness, and they have to like keep it under wraps.
Oh, so funny. I'll
And then
take about that.
Will's character like gets this nickname because he chops off this guy's I think his hand or his finger with with a saw blade, and then he's like comes like something called like the butcher.
Oh,
Everyone's afraid of him and stuff like that. It's like, oh, it's just
yes, and they don't know it's him. Is
yeah.
that right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then when they start making money, and then they like start changing their characters, and they got like suits and
Better
like oh
clothes, pimp clothes.
yeah. I think yeah, for me, House, it's just one of those ones that it makes me think like
Oh,
I would love to do that. So I think that's why.
that one.
So I think that's why it cracked me up so much.
Yeah, it was really good fun. It's got rubbish reviews on IMDb, but I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of those ones where a lot of people probably didn't like it, or like say critics would probably hate it. But
Yeah.
if you're
I
just
think if you like him or Amy Poehler,
yeah,
they're both playing how they would play a character. So I
yeah.
think, yeah.
No,
And
so I definitely like that one. So House is my number one. Like
it's
obviously,
good.
I'm surprised none of us chose Step Brothers, but Step Brothers was it's good.
It's in there.
It's in
It
there.
was in
It's
my
right up
longer list.
there. What else was there? You said Blades of Glory, of course. Step Brothers. What was there? What else was there?
I had Get Hard in my
With Kevin Hart, yeah.
yeah.
That was good when he
I love Kevin
was
Hart
going to
as
get to
well.
go to jail and he needs someone to train him.
He's always funny. He always does it always makes me chuckle
Yeah,
whatever he's in, you know.
yeah. I even enjoyed his version of Sherlock Holmes.
Oh.
Yeah, him and what's the hell's it?
Oh yes. Holmes and Watson was it called?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah, with the guy from Step
that
Brothers.
was yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I enjoyed that for
Yes.
sure. So yeah, Will, this might be a bit short but sweet for this time but for him, because some of our videos that we've done with top three has been like crazy.
It's super long.
Yeah, but no, definitely, yeah. Top three will, I would say, yeah, mine's definitely old school, the other guys, and House. And you had,
Daddy's Home,
yeah,
Blades of Glory, and Anchorman.
yeah. And if anyone hasn't seen any of those, I don't know what rock you've been hiding under.
Yeah.
Go see them. Just get straight on Netflix or Prime or whatever
They are all there
whatever.
because they're brilliant.
Yeah. All right. So, obviously today's your birthday.
Yeah.
How you been? What have you been watching this week? How have you? What's it been like for you?
It's been good, thank you. So I had a lovely little present haul with my sister before this.
Amazing.
You might have seen my wonderful new mug that's got me and my sister on it. But she also did not disappoint on the superhero front. I
Okay.
got DC socks, a little cute Batman keyring with a little heart that says "Just a girl that loves Batman."
Yeah, of course.
And a really cool it's like a makeup bag, I guess you would
Yeah.
say. Yeah, with bats on it as well, among many other awesomely cool presents.
Amazing. Well done, Nick.
I know, amazing. And this little beautiful thing,
Oh
which
yeah.
is one of those bracelets that has got a picture in it, and there's a
Oh,
picture of lily bulbs in it.
oh,
A little pussy cat. So I
super,
love it. Yeah.
super cool.
That's been super.
Funny story with my daughter, though, quickly. Just sorry to
Yeah,
interrupt.
no, it's fine.
She, obviously, she knows all her superheroes. So obviously, there's a lot of Marvel ones because of the program she watches. But whenever she sees the Batman symbol, she comes up and she goes, "It's you, Daddy. It's you."
And you're like, I will leave everything to you.
Exactly.
You're my favorite.
Trust me. It's
Oh
like,
my God, that is so cute.
it's you, Daddy.
Oh,
And she has like a Batman like flask that she obviously drinks her juice out of.
yeah.
You'll have that and she's like, "It's you, Daddy. It's you."
Oh, you're like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I'm Batman.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
It's insane. I know it's like really childish, but it warms me.
Oh, it's not. It's adorable.
And because I remember once my son on his Alexa, I think I've got a video somewhere, and it was like on the video, he goes to Alexa, who's my daddy? And it goes, "Your daddy is Batman." So
You were like, am I?
am I?
Two of my children think that I am.
Yeah, I'm like, something must be going on here. I've brainwashed them, but
Have you ever cosplayed Dark Knight at all?
I haven't actually.
Blade, but
Yeah, I've done Blade. I haven't done Batman yet. Probably
oh,
because the suits that you can get, like I need to spend some money to
bit
get.
cartoony, aren't they? Yeah, you need
Yeah,
like an Affleck one.
yeah.
I think.
I need a good one. Like I can't have those ones that you get like Hollywood or something.
Yeah.
Because I do have one of those.
Materially,
I
yeah,
do
you
have one
need
of those,
something like
but,
plastic.
the ears don't stick up or anything, or it's pretty bad.
Yeah. No, it would be worth it if you could get a decent one.
Maybe because Comic-Con's coming up soon, so maybe I do have an idea of what I want for Comic-Con this year, but
Yeah.
Batman could be an idea later on in the year.
Nice.
Okay, so sorry to interrupt. Back to you again about what
Oh,
you.
good.
Yeah.
So, what have I been watching? I went to the cinema last Sunday
Yeah.
and we watched Godzilla and Kong.
Oh, I so badly want to see that.
You
So
will
badly.
really like it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. It's got this cool 80s vibe to it,
Yeah.
like with the music and the colours and one of the characters.
Yeah.
and it was just brilliant. Like it's actually much better than the last one.
Yeah.
I love it when they fight together. So for me, it was always going to be better.
Yeah. One thing I'm noticing though with Kong is they keep seem not Kong, sorry, Godzilla. They keep making seem to make him smaller.
So
Like
it's
in the
interesting you
first
say
films, he
that.
was
So
massive.
yeah. However, compared to something else that's in there, which I
Yeah.
won't give away because you'll want the surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, he looks really big compared to other things, and he fucking powers, sorry for swearing, he
Yeah.
powers up because he
Yeah.
knows he's got to go and deal with something big. And I
Yeah.
love that he's like, give me all the nuclear stuff.
Yeah.
And I just really liked it. I loved the fights. I loved the sweetness of the daughter and
Yeah.
connection to the old world. And
Yeah.
I like how it's like I can't Hollow Earth, I think they call it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of different universes,
Yeah.
everything's sort of happening within our bit kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I like, yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah. I'm
Took it for
definitely
what
want to
it was,
see.
really liked it. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what you think.
Yeah. Definitely need to see that very soon.
Yeah, very good fun. Then I watched a series called Grey on
Okay.
Netflix, Gray.
Yeah.
You know that I love me a little spy thriller,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
kind of
great. Is that the one with
stuff.
oh, who's in that?
Can't think what her name is. Let me have a look quick. I'm in there.
Great.
It's an older lady, but I like the fact that she's an absolute badass. So Patricia Clarkson is the main character, but you've got
Okay.
Rupert Everett, super old,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then Lydia West that you probably recognise.
Okay. Let me just have a look at the cast.
Um,
Great. Also, it only came out last year.
and I really liked it. She's super cool. She's
Oh
been
yeah.
in hiding for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Um, and they managed to find her and they bring her back because there's a mole in their little group.
Okay.
She has to find the mole, but they don't trust her.
Okay.
No, they've got her back to help them find this out. And so they follow her everywhere. So she has to be like extra sneaky and use all her contacts from before. And the Russians are involved. And there's a lot of backstabbing. And she gets to find stuff out about people they don't know. And she's just so good in
Yeah.
situations where you think, as an older, slender lady, she's just going to get absolutely crushed.
Yeah.
She doesn't, and I love it. Definitely open for season 2.
Okay.
Yes,
How many episodes do you think were in season one? Would say it's season one.
I think it was 8.
Okay.
So I did it in 2 days.
All right.
You know me.
Yeah.
5 and 3.
Yeah.
I watched Little Miss Sunshine.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Pretty
that
old.
popping up.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I just saw loads of lovely comments about it, and I thought,
Yeah.
I've not actually seen it.
Yeah.
And everybody said what a lovely movie it was, and so I wanted something lovely.
Yeah.
And it was really sweet, really very endearing and nice. So yeah,
Awesome.
bit of an array.
Yeah. For me this week, what I have seen, because it has been half term,
Oh yeah. Have
I
you been
did.
forced to watch Frozen?
Luckily not. But I'll come back to what I've seen in half term. But I'd say I did watch earlier this week was WrestleMania 40.
Ah,
I did mention
did it fulfill all your wildest dreams?
it's I don't know if it's because obviously last time I properly watched wrestling was probably maybe 20 years ago. You
Okay.
know, so I missed a lot of the drama and like sort of that rush of feelings that you had when I used to watch it back then, where you were really invested in the story.
Yeah.
So like they've had a period of people who have been like their stars, and I've sort of missed those people's golden era. So like I
Yeah.
sort of flipped in and out because my son was watching. So obviously his hero at the time was John Cena. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
John Cena's moved on a little bit now, and then it moved into a guy called, obviously, like, with Roman Reigns, who's been the golden goose for the last 7, 8 years. So I missed a lot of I missed a lot of his run. It's only like last year that I started like.
And were there many newcomers in that time, or is it really about that old
There's
school
been
group still?
No, a lot of the old school group have either retired, they're working like smaller schedules, so they're not doing as much matches.
Mm.
And it's like it's really insane because even guys who were the young guys when I was watching it, they're like the older statesmen now. And it's really I find it quite strange because I'm thinking, oh crap, I'm an older statesman.
Not as old as me.
Yeah. So, but yeah, WrestleMania did it sort of there was a lot of nostalgia. It was, obviously the one I was looking forward to most, obviously, was seeing the Rock's match. Um, and that was full of like seeing him in the ring again, I almost felt like I felt a bit worried for him because obviously he hasn't been in there for a long time.
Yeah.
Guys are wrestling in and out week after week.
He trains all the time though, still,
Yeah,
doesn't
he
he?
does.
And he
So,
doesn't, when he does his movies, they're always like action kind
yeah,
of based.
yeah, I
So
think physically he's great. He could do it. I think, but the ring rust, the being in there, bouncing off those ropes, getting slammed on his back, and doing all those sort of things, and like trying to keep up with that speed. And it was like he did really well. It was great to see him in there. Like him and Roman Reigns made such a good team. They're such great storytellers. So I remember seeing it earlier on when my son was watching it. You see Roman Reigns. He wasn't the best on the mic. He wasn't like the best. Like he obviously he's super athletic,
yeah.
but like the way they both told this story that they've been had this feud with a guy called Cody Rhodes and stuff like that. The way they told the story in the ring was like it was great to see that again.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
good. I'm glad it was decent.
yeah, so that match, the first night they had a match. Rock ended up doing some, Rock pinned Cody Rhodes, so he set up stipulations for the next night for when Roman Reigns took on Cody. But it was good to see him and good to see him in there the next night, which was crazy, where unfortunately Roman Reigns lost.
Ah,
But like I said, the story that they had set up and the fact that Roman Reigns has been the champ for almost 4 years running now,
yeah, they've got to
they had to do
fix it
sort of
up
do
a
a bit
little
of
bit, haven't
yeah.
they? Mm.
And the thing is, Roman doesn't compete that much anyway, and I think it's because he has leukemia and he's been
Oh
living with
shit.
that for quite a number of years. So I think with his schedule has to be sort of like calmed down. He can't be
Yeah.
wrestling every week because it just wouldn't do him any good, and the longevity would just wear out a lot faster.
Gosh.
Yeah, so he's had leukemia for quite a while. He's been out wrestling for a while when he was having a lot of his chemo, and now he says I saw recently because someone asked him like, is he taking a break now to continue? Has it got worse? And he's like, no, it hasn't got any worse. It's manageable. He's on medication. It's going to take for the rest of his life. But
No, it's manageable.
yeah. So yeah, other than that, so it was good to see him. I was sad to see him lose, but they really made for this period, especially for me to go back into watching wrestling, they really made it compelling to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that guy Logan Paul, he put on a clinic. He surprises me big time. Like someone who hasn't done it his whole life. His athleticism, his again, like wrestling's about storytelling, and he works well with some of the biggest guys who've been in the business forever, and he can
Mm.
hang with them. So hats off to Logan Paul, especially in the wrestling ring. Everything else I don't really care about, but in the wrestling ring, he
He's doing all
entertains.
right.
You're doing all right. And also, The Undertaker showed up this weekend, which was good to see.
Nice.
He ended up choke slamming The Rock, but
He's pushing it
he
on a
just
bit as well now, isn't he?
he retired a couple of years ago now.
Yeah.
He just comes back every now and then, does a little move and then disappears. But it's good. Obviously, Undertaker's been there since I was a child.
Yeah, even I like, and I could probably only count like 5 or 6 wrestlers that I
Yeah,
knew.
yeah,
Yeah, he was absolutely one of them.
yeah. And I've got a VHS, which at the time says Undertaker's greatest matches. And that was back from like I'm talking about VHS. VHS stopped working back in like the
Oh,
Stone Age.
yeah. Long time.
Yeah. And then what else did I see? I watched, yeah. So in between that, because I'm always running around for work and stuff like that. Obviously, I just end up watching Rick and Morty all the time. It just keeps me entertained. But due to being half term, I ended up watching Ghostbusters.
Oh, yay. It's fun, right?
It is fun, but
Oh.
it just
Oh.
it just didn't have that pizzazz. Even the last one had a bit more pizzazz to it, a little bit more story. This one just seemed to have a bunch of
Oh.
cameos, and then it was just like
It had all the people.
it had everyone in it, but it seemed like
Yeah.
it just packed it with everyone, and then the battle scenes just didn't last very long.
Oh.
But
I'm sorry you didn't enjoy it as much as I did.
no, it's Ghostbusters, and obviously I'm going to watch it. But I just wish it was like I wish it brought back the same feeling like it did back in the day. You
I
know,
think it's tricky because we were so emotionally touched
yeah,
when near the end of the last one, right?
yeah,
I mean, I had a little cry when
yeah.
he came back and stuff. And you can't then do that again. And
No,
obviously, it was them kind of, so it had to move on with them
yeah,
sort of being, so I think I just like the fact that they were all in it a little
yeah.
bit. And it took all of them to get this big baddie who, to be fair, was really strong.
Daddy
Like
was really strong, but you don't feel like I don't feel like
everyone.
it was there enough. It didn't do enough bad stuff.
Oh, I see. And I loved the match.
Yeah,
Her match. Oh, it was so cute.
yeah, it had really good scenes and stuff, but it just didn't have. Like when the first one, or like even when we had like Big Marshmallow Man, and we had like the painting that was causing the world, New York,
Ego.
to go, yeah, ego to go insane. It's just like this one sort of turned up, got his horns. I'm
Oh,
coming to get
it
you.
came off again though.
Yeah. It's a good watch, but I was a little bit disappointed with it. It's a
Oh,
shame because I really wanted to like, see them drive around in the car more, doing more things. Just,
yeah.
it's a shame. But I know you enjoyed it. I enjoyed parts of it. It just didn't give me that warm, fuzzy feeling that I was looking for, that which Ghostbusters normally brings.
Yeah. But you'll like Kong and Godzilla though. I know you
Oh,
will.
yeah, I have no doubt that Godzilla is going to be the one.
Yeah.
Right. So, anything you're looking forward to this week coming up?
I'm looking forward to a weekend of seeing my friends.
Yeah, that's it.
Um,
That's the weekend. Yeah.
Bournemouth are playing Man United at home. Now,
Ooh,
when we played them away, we beat them 3-0 in like a historic away victory for us. So I'm not expecting that to happen
yeah,
again. But I hope that they bring the inconsistently bad United
yeah, yeah,
so that
yeah.
we can at least get a draw.
Yeah. Hopefully,
But they've either got man of the match, not man of the match, sorry, manager of the month for
yeah,
March. So amazing.
yeah. Hopefully,
With a
they
long lead now.
leave all their boots in Manchester, and have to play in their socks.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to some more movies coming out. The ones out at the moment are not really my bag.
Yeah. Well, I know the one I want to see this weekend or this soon is a new one called Abigail. I think I mentioned it before.
Yeah.
I really want
I
to see that.
I only saw the thingy for it very briefly, and it was just a picture. It wasn't even like a trailer or anything.
Yeah. So from what I've seen, it's kind of has elements of like Saw sort of thing, where these group have to look after this. They get told they have to look after this little girl,
Oh yeah.
and the
Okay.
little girl turns out to be a vampire.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see if my friend that goes with me wants to see that actually. Oh, it's got some famous peeps in as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to see that. Hopefully, I get to see that over the next few days. I do obviously want to see Godzilla. But this weekend, I am looking forward.
Godzilla will probably stay around for longer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
think this weekend, I think I'm looking forward to the UFC. There's a big event this weekend. The UFC 300
Oh,
is going to be, it's supposed to be the best event they've had in ages. The card looks good. I'm looking forward to the main event, a guy called Alex Pereira
yeah.
uh, versus a guy called Jamal Hill. But Alex Pereira is this Brazilian dude, okay? And he only came into the UFC maybe 2.5, 3 years ago. No, I didn't really know about him.
Mm-mm.
Turns out this guy is well, in the UFC, a lot of people have been calling him Thanos, and I understand why.
Okay.
He is the big bad. He literally came in within 3 fights, he was in the title fight, won that fight, and he lost his title again. And every fight, he just seems to win. He just knocks people out. Like he's won 2 belts in like 2.5 years, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't speak any English, which makes him even more scary to me.
Yeah.
There's something about broken Brazilian, or just like when Brazilians are talking, obviously it's Portuguese, but it's like when they're fighters, they just have this calmness about them. But it's like they in behind their eyes, they feel like they could just kill you.
Yeah, there's an intensity.
Yeah. So even like my jujitsu coach, him, lovely guy. But then when you hear him speaking and stuff like that, and it's that broken, you're like, you just know he can just grab you by your head and just twist it off like a corkscrew.
Oops.
Yeah, so yeah, Alex, yeah, he's it's gonna be a good main event. I don't know where I put my money on this one because the guy he's fighting
Mm.
is also pretty much like a badass. So I might put some money on this one, but I haven't had my normally like tonight I might have my dream and I get my premonition and I might be able to
Yeah.
get it right.
Yeah. See what comes to you.
Yeah. Another good fight is two legends, a guy called Justin Gaethje versus a guy called Max Holloway. That's going to be a good fight. They've got this sort of like title that they made up called like the BMF title, so it's like the bad motherfucker title. They're going to fight for this.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
You wait till I come down there.
Yeah. Yeah. So another one, Gaethje's last fight, he knocked some guy out called was it Justin Gaethje versus oh god, sorry, I can't remember his name. It was Gaethje versus can't remember. I know.
Do you know where he's from?
Yeah, from it's from Louisiana. Oh, the Diamond, Dustin Poirier. So last fight, Gaethje head kicked him and knocked
Oh,
him clean out.
is that allowed?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much everything apart from like, eye gouges, fish hooking, biting, straight shots to the nuts. A lot of things are like there are things that are banned from UFC, like something called the 12 to 6 elbow, so you can't like jam your elbow down in someone like that. But
Oh.
a lot of stuff is
Seems a bit lightweight to me then.
yeah. Yeah, a lot of things are like no holds barred. So it's like, yeah, so it's gonna be a good fight between Holloway and Gaethje. It's another Brazilian guy called Oliveira. He used to be the lightweight champion. He's getting in there, and then it's gonna be a good event. Like I thought
Yeah.
when they said it was gonna be like the huge, I thought there'd be a lot more bigger names on there.
Yeah.
But I guess it is what it is, and people are like with their contracts and when they last fought and stuff like that. So
Mm.
I think it is what it is. But it's gonna be
What you
enjoyable.
get.
It's gonna be enjoyable. So that's what I think. Yeah. So hopefully, but UFC 300 this weekend, and hopefully I can see Godzilla and probably Abigail.
Nice. And Civil War, I just looked up, is on.
Oh, have you seen the trailers for that?
No, but my friend today told me they're going to go and watch it, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh, I don't know. And then I had to look just now. I was like, oh
it's
yeah,
pretty good. It was set in America when everything like could go like completely
yeah.
pear-shaped.
So yes, that does look good. So I might go and watch that.
All right, so let's move on to the other fun bit, which is sometimes gives us heart palpitations.
Screenshots, screenshots.
Screenshots. So let's start with one. that, well, there's two that we've got here that we start with, which probably give you heart palpitations. One maybe me a little bit as well, but one that will definitely give you heart palpitations. Potentially a remake of the Goonies.
No, no, no. I will stop you there.
Yeah,
Literally ridiculous,
yeah,
right? You know my feelings on perfect movies being
yeah,
redone. Point Break should never have been remade.
yeah,
I never watched it, the remake, I never will.
yeah,
It's like sacrilegious.
yeah.
And Goonies is another one.
There are
What
cer-
the fuck are you thinking?
yeah, there are certain films that cannot be done in this day, and to even think about doing them justice.
Ugh, ridiculous. It still stands up
Yeah,
today.
there's nothing wrong with it.
Kids could watch it and not think, oh, that's set in the olden
Yeah,
times. Because they see a lot of 80s, 90s stuff, don't they,
yeah,
now in their current, kind of thingy. And adults still love it because it was
yeah,
one of their favorite films when they were younger.
yeah. There is nothing.
Where's the creative genius gone?
But that's just
People
gone.
that come up with the good ideas.
With everything just being remade or
Yeah.
remastered or whatever like that. But like something like this, all right. Like I said, there's certain films and shows that were perfect when they were done,
Yeah.
can never be done again, especially with today's climate of how everything has to be super inclusive.
Ugh.
Characters that you love will have to be either switched from male to female, or they have to be a larger person rather than this person, and just
Every character was perfect
yeah,
as that character.
yeah.
Every single one of them. Like, just leave it alone. It's brilliant.
You
You're
know,
never going to make it better. Why would you even try?
yeah, and say like a character like Chunk, like yes, he was a funny character who was a little bit larger than his friends.
He was chubby.
He was chubby, but back then you could maybe laugh about that sort of thing, and it wasn't any like problem because everyone loves Chunk.
Yeah, he was happy with, how they were.
Yeah,
It wasn't all the time.
no,
They all take the mickey out of each other.
and
His
that's
brother
what.
would take the mickey out of his asthma and,
Yeah,
you
and that's
know,
what.
four eyes, the glasses, like, you know. Yeah, I'm like, do your inhaler properly, mate, and you might not have to use it as much.
Yeah, you
It's
know,
stuff that we know, like you don't have to change something for people
yeah,
to know that picking on people isn't right,
yeah,
right? Bullying isn't right. We all know that. We're not stupid.
yeah. No, I'm telling you now, like I said, the truffle shuffle will be gone.
Yeah. They better not do it. They better see that the backlash and the
Yeah.
uproar is enormous and they put their stupid idea in the bin.
Yeah. You think anyone's in the the truffle shuffle? Not at all. It's going to be the gluten-free jiggle, and it's going to be twerking.
Well, who is Sloth going to be played by? They won't even be allowed to have a
Oh,
Sloth.
no way, because that will not be inclusive.
Yeah, so they will have to have one to be inclusive, but
Yeah,
they let him look like that.
yeah.
Like,
And
I
if it
just
is
don't know.
someone,
It's all too crazy.
and if it is played by someone who's inclusive, you're not going to be able to laugh at him.
I know. Please don't do it.
Yeah. So leave the Goonies alone.
Leave it well
Just
alone.
all right. Next screenshot makes me very happy. Jon
Oh,
Bernthal is back as the Punisher, and he's going to show up in Daredevil: Born Again on the Netflix series. I'm
oh
not sorry,
yeah.
Netflix, the
Oh
Disney
yeah.
series.
Yes, he is a fantastic Punisher.
Yeah,
He is absolutely brilliant as that character.
there he is, right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love the character. I will never forget the like the corridor scene
Yeah,
in the
the
prison.
prison scene.
I was like, how on earth is he going to do that
Yeah,
on his own? And then he does.
insane. Just what?
I appreciate he is brutal.
Yeah,
He's so silly.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, and he means well, and he only
Yeah.
does it to baddies. I love him.
He's just one of those
Perfect
characters,
casting.
just one of those characters from the comics who's just like the ultimate anti-hero. He
Yeah,
does what needs to be done.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it just you can't help but like Frank Castle.
yeah. Good old
And
Frank.
Jon Bernthal does hit the absolute utmost to bring that character to life.
I think he does it perfectly.
Yeah.
I love Daredevil. I've always enjoyed how his stuff works. Like,
Yeah.
and again, the fight scenes in that with him,
Yeah.
really
His
good.
corridor
They
fight
did
in the
it
first
so
season.
well. Yes, yeah, brilliant.
Oh my
Um,
God.
it's almost made me think of like Vader when when he goes
Yeah, yeah.
with everybody. But yeah, really enjoyed it. So I like Daredevil. The lady annoys me a little bit.
Which
Me
one?
and my friend just aren't big fans of her.
Oh, was Karen or is it Night Nurse?
Bloody Karen, mate.
Karen, yeah, yeah. Like you never know where
Stop
she.
moaning, Karen.
Yeah, she's one of those characters that, 1 minute wants to be a badass, and then the next, like,
Judgy.
yeah. That's why, again, I fell out with the Flash series on CW
Okay.
because it was with
I
that
watched it
they
for a
had
long
a lot of
time
characters like that.
and
1 minute they want to be a badass, the next they're judgy, the next they're
yeah.
like, no, you can't do that. The next episode, they're the one who wants to do whatever it takes.
Yeah. And I'm like, you knew what he was.
Yeah,
Why are you trying to change him?
yeah. Yeah, you weren't complaining when he saved you from getting killed.
Right. Multiple times.
Yeah. So
Yeah, looking forward to that.
super thumbs up to have Jon Bernthal back. I'm happy Disney has
Bendy thumbs.
pulled their finger out and said, like, let's make this like give the
Get it
fans
back on
something.
track. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah,
Get
give
it
the
back on
fans something they
track.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah. And finally, final screenshot was Alan Ritchson again expressed his interest to play Batman in the James Gunn DC. He said, and I quote, which you put, I would love to play Batman. There I said it. I'll shout it from the rooftops. I want to be Bruce Wayne. Alan Ritchson is a gorgeous man, a gorgeous big man. All right.
You know what? He grew on me. Like I started watching Reacher and I was like, oh God, he's a really rubbish actor. Like he's really wooden.
Yeah.
Then I realized that's actually kind of part of how the character is.
Yeah.
And so I carried on watching it and I did end up enjoying it. And I got
season one of Reacher. And
yeah.
Season one.
I got into it.
Edgy seat stuff.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I think my only thing is that it's almost the wrong time because I do think, I mean, they either could change it straight away and we don't see what Patterson turns into.
Yeah, yeah.
But I genuinely felt he was such a good early Batman.
Yeah, yeah.
Naive, learning the ropes, he didn't even have the Bruce Wayne patter down quite yet. Forced to go in a suit and turn up.
Yeah.
So, I really wanted to see that transition in him.
Well,
learn how to be a better detective, learn to be a better Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, well, you're still going to get the Patterson one because they've already said that that's like almost like a different universe. So you're going to get the Patterson.
Yeah.
And obviously, you've got like the new part the joke of Joker coming out with Joaquin Phoenix and
true.
What's her name? Lady Gaga. So those are two, like they said that they have their own separate universe because even in like the Joker,
it's like now actually, isn't it? Technically,
yeah, you can't really see a Bruce Wayne or a Batman turning up in that version.
Yeah,
because could you imagine? I've said this before, like a young Bruce Wayne turns up and you've got like old man Joaquin Phoenix Joker, like he'd literally snap him in half.
Yeah, you would right. It would need to be, but also I like how they've made it's so much more accessible.
Yeah.
So Joaquin was like genuinely normal guy.
Yeah.
In our time now.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like they've made it so much more realistic.
A lot of people could relate to that.
Yes. Yeah.
There's a lot of people go through life just unknown, and no one giving them like any sort of love or they just get walked over all the time. And then there's people out there the average guy who may snap one day.
Yeah.
You know,
I
hopefully,
love. He was fantastic in that. I
yeah,
definitely am looking forward to the next one. But you're right. He could maybe be in something like that, but it would need to be more as Bruce Wayne
yeah, yeah,
because you almost can't see a Batman in that world
yeah,
because it seems too comical almost or
yeah,
comic-y
yeah,
almost for
yeah. So
how
I think,
they've done it.
yeah, so I think the Joker side of things, just with the Joaquin Phoenix one, we don't need to see it. We don't need to see it a Batman.
Yeah.
Maybe see like a Commissioner Gordon or something like that
Yeah, that would be
in that
okay.
world, but like keep that very noir sort of thing.
Yeah.
With Alan Ritchson, I think the only way he would work, because he's been in so many sort of superhero projects already. He started off in Smallville. He was Arthur Curry, so he was
Oh,
Aquaman back then.
know that.
Yeah, and then he's been in a few others, and he's also in DC He's in Titans. So he played Hawk in Titans.
Hawkman.
Yeah. So
That was his wings, by the way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So he's part of, Hawk and Dove in Titans, so he's been in superhero genre, especially the DC genre, for a while.
Bit more
So
backgroundy though.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think if they ever did, the way he'd work for me is if they did a live action. Did you ever put the Arkham Asylum games?
Yeah.
I think if they did a live action Arkham Asylum,
Yeah.
that's where he would fit.
I think he'd need dark hair. For me, I can't have a Bruce Wayne that's blonde. I just can't. Just doesn't work.
Well, hopefully, if he did do that, and they did like an Arkham Asylum like spin-off get game slash movie sort of thing, if he just stayed in the suit like in the Arkham Asylum game, no
Yeah.
problem.
He's absolutely got the build for bats,
Yeah,
1,000%. I
yeah,
almost feel like he's a bit too big,
yeah.
Bruce.
Because if they had
Like
hit,
that suit would have to fit immaculately to not show the muscles. Do you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Well, if he ever did play a version of Batman, do you imagine how big the guy who plays Superman would have to be?
Yeah, who would they get?
Like you'd
Oh,
have
it
to have
does make me
someone.
think of the beautiful old thing where bats and soups are old and they're like, oh
Yeah,
God, why are we fighting? I love those comics. I just love that they're a bit older and you
yeah,
know.
yeah. So I can understand everyone who wouldn't want to play Batman, but like yeah, I think
And at least he's owned it. At least he's not
yeah,
gone, oh, well, like, oh, I don't know. Maybe if somebody asked me. At least he's
yeah,
gone, damn right I do. Get me in there.
yeah. Well, I have seen there's a potential that I think his name. I think I'm gonna get his name right. Jensen Ackles from is it True Blood?
Okay.
Is it not True Blood?
I watched True Blood.
What is it? What's that film? What's that show?
Jensen?
Let me just check what is let me get his name right because he played Soldier Boy in The Boys.
Oh, he's quite little.
Yeah, I think he apparently
The Boys is
been
great.
cast
I cannot wait for that to come back.
yeah, what's his name? Yeah, Jensen Ackles. Yeah, he potentially may be getting the role as Batman in the James Gunn DCU.
Oh, okay.
You recognize the actor?
I can't see him on there. Carl Urban. I love Carl Urban. I love Anthony Starr.
Yeah,
Banshee's just, oh my God, that's what I should have put. Banshee has just started back up on Sky.
yeah,
If you haven't seen it, amazing series. That's where I first saw Homelander.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
could not believe, because he's such a cool guy in
yeah,
even though he's a baddie but a goodie.
yeah,
Um, in Banshee, you just fall in love with him for how cool he is. And then when I saw him in Homelander, I was like, oh, who's that annoying guy with like
yeah,
blonde hair? And I'm like, oh my God, it's him. No,
yeah,
it can't be him. It just shows what a great,
yeah.
what
How
a
some
great kind
actors
of
can
actor he
just
is.
like
Yeah.
step into their roles. Yeah, so Jensen, his program was Supernatural. That's what he was in.
Ah, okay. So you were close with the kind of vampiriness.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, he was really far down the list.
yeah,
Do you reckon? I feel he's a little bit short.
yeah.
It's a bit small.
But it depends because obviously they're making this new Superman and stuff like that.
I
So I
think
guess they have
against
to have
short people, just
characters that
fancies.
fit Yeah, that look fit well together on screen.
Yeah, yeah,
And he is a great when it comes to that sort of stuff. He's a good actor, and obviously where he plays Soldier Boy in The Boys, you can just see he's got that grit about him.
yeah. So we've already know that he can handle that kind of
Yeah,
superhero-y-ness. And the sad is kind of,
yeah.
he's not the happiest, is he, with
No.
this story?
All right. What we're gonna do is Debbie's birthday, so we're gonna wrap it there today, so she can go
You're
enjoy
going to sing me happy birthday.
so we can enjoy the rest of it. I would sing it happy birthday, but I'm worried that the microphone and the computer might explode. So I'm gonna just wish you a fantastic happy birthday.
Thank
I hope
you.
you have a great birthday weekend.
Yep,
Hope,
yep, yep.
hopefully Bournemouth find you, put you on the big screen, and everyone in the stadium sings you happy birthday.
Yeah, I don't think the guys that I go with will have arranged that.
Okay, guys, if you see this before the game, go to the sound box and arrange that.
Right? Useless.
All right, everyone. Like I said in the comments, wish Debbie the happiest birthday. She deserves it. Um, Follow us on all platforms. Like I said, like I always say, you listen to us on Spotify. You'll see the videos on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We are there. Just find our handles through the
Hanging
cowl.
out, chatting shit.
So, everyone, thanks for joining us. I've been Clinton, got the birthday girl, Debbie. Wish her a happy birthday. Keep saying it again. Wish her a happy birthday. All right, everyone, be good. And if you can't be good, be the best at being bad. Bye.